It is cold. So what we're doing today, same thing we were doing yesterday, kind of getting this little piece here that's going to be our guard fit up to the tang, working on this knife. So this little piece is it was an offcut for some raindrop Damascus I did, and I've got my stack of spacers. It's going to be metal, blue, white, blue, and then another piece of sheet metal between some cedar around some stabilized maple. So it's going to go like that. The Damascus guard on top, and obviously our blade. So what we're working on now is getting our holes and stuff lined up to drill, get this stuff ready to start gluing up, because I want to get the handle pretty much put together before I go any further on the blade. That way I can have the handle where it needs to be and fit the blade to the handle. But right now I'm going to spin you guys around to the drill press area, which is where most of it's going to be going down. It's on the drill press here in the, I say new shop, it's a garage. So, but anyways, so I'm digging that. So I'm gonna lay this up there and kind of just get it fit up. Mark me some spots and start drilling some holes. I have to say, the only thing I don't like about the new shop so far is how all my stuff. Gotta love random spam calls 24/7. Okay, so I got a little rough mark for where my holes are gonna be. Let's get this thing clamped in there. Try to make sure it's as flat as possible so I don't drill crooked holes. And then, hello. So we'll get some holes popped in this, and then we'll fit. The guard isn't completely fit to the blade yet. It's rough fit up. We're gonna drill this to go here, and then we'll start working on all of our spacers and stuff to put the handle pieces all together. Once we get them rough fit up, then we'll start gluing everything together. So working on our handle for this blade before we finish the blade. So we got our guard ready. It is raindrop Damascus over segmented pieces. So let's get this hole popped in real quick. Got those holes connected. I'm gonna get my handle broach and kind of make this a little bit bigger, and then we'll start putting everything together. I can't find it. I left it here, I thought. I lost it. Like I was saying earlier, the biggest issue I have in this shop is I don't know where anything is yet. I haven't really found a home for everything like I had in my other shop. I'll never find it. Anyway, let's see what kind of fit up we got. I know I'm gonna have to broach this out a little bit. The tang does taper, but I don't think it tapers that fast. So, got our blade fit up. This is going to be the guard. This is going to be our spacer, and I've got to broach it out quite a bit on that that front side here. So, I'm gonna try to find that while the whatever that is, post random comments that make no sense. Okay, so I've got my broach. What I'm gonna do, scooch over here. I'm just going to, I know I have to come this way. So I'm just gonna take this little handle broach here and hog some material out so I can get a better fit up. It doesn't have to be exact. The guard's gonna cover up most of the, I could probably actually just drill another hole. The guard's gonna cover up, you know, if the hole isn't an exact fit. The only exact fit you really need is where your guard is going to be. So. So got that rope fit up there. So let's take this piece on. Next, we will do our spacers. It's going to be a silver sheet metal, blue paper micarta, white in the center, with another blue paper micarta spacer, and then finish it off with another piece of the sheet metal. That spacer is going to go between here and our stabilized maple, just to kind of give it some color breakup or whatever. This is a cedar. It's a piece that came down during some hurricanes a few years back. I saved a bunch of it and kind of stacked it up and dried it, and it had a lot of really pretty figure in it. So, trying to think of the best way to drill these. The sheet metal's so thin, and I don't necessarily want to glue them up. I guess I could just go ahead and glue them as one piece and then drill them, but my dimensions are a little tight. I guess I could do that. So now for this, I don't really know what's in there. I mean, a friend of mine stabilized this, and I want to say it was maple or spalted maple or something like that. So I think it's going to look cool. I have another piece of it that I cleaned off and looked at. It's got a bunch of really, you know, interesting figure and stuff to it. So let's see. I guess we could go ahead and figure out about where we want the tang, because this piece has some, it's got some cracks in it. So I want to stay away from those because I don't know how deep they go. Poland. Hello from now Texas. Was in Florida, now I'm in Texas. Hence the different shop and all that stuff. So, but tried to go over that yesterday in another video or whatever, but we had a guy like the one that was in here before that just wants to start posting random crap. I call them the TikTok people that are bored. So I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. And I guess I could use this as a guide for my liners. But the knife is still far from being finished. Thank you. But I want to get this kind of pieced together before I get too far on the blade. So that's going to be this is going to be like this. All right. So because this is offset, I think I'm gonna mark my holes about there. We can go ahead and drill this, and then what I'm probably gonna do is glue all these together. Yeah. This is a knife making channel. It's pretty much what I do on here. I don't really post about anything else. Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna mark this out and get it ready to drill some holes. Okay, so now that we've got that done, transfer this to here, and drill in our I guess that drill bit is going to be long enough. I have a super long drill bit in Florida, which does me absolutely no good here. Most of my stuff is still in Florida. But I'm gonna clamp this up in our vise here, and I'll get it set up and show you guys how I drill holes that are at an angle using the vise and stuff. Basically, you can clamp this to where you can run your drill bit where it needs to be and get pretty straight, tight fit up holes. So I'm just gonna get this down. I broke the handle off my drill press table. I've been meaning to make another one, but you know how that goes. Say you're gonna do something, procrastinate for 6 months to do something that it could have took you 5 minutes to fix. So what we're gonna do, I'll clamp this, and then you can kind of see where your drill bit's gonna go. So I know that it's at an angle, so now I can kind of angle it. And I'll be able to follow the edge of where my hole is going to be. So let's do that. second hole, I'm gonna have to readjust my angle here. Get it where I want it. So I'm going to use a drill press to connect these two holes, and then I'll use my broach to shape it from there. Made a knife in, what is it? Made a knife in school a few years ago. Ooh, I can't see the comment section from the the stand. Yeah, curly birch, I guess is what you're, yeah. I use a lot of maple. The curly maple is one of my favorite woods. It's got a lot of texture to it, and you get that kind of wave to it and stuff. Looks really good. And the maple seems to be relatively durable. I do a lot of kitchen knives and stuff, and I'm always worried about how wood is gonna survive in a predominantly wet environment like a kitchen. So we'll see. Still got a little bit of ways to go, but we're getting there. We'll just keep working at it. Don't take too much. Just kind of hog material out until you get it to where it's a nice tight fit up, and move on to the next step. So I don't know if any of you guys in here are subscribers to the channel. I moved to a new shop, and I've got some stuff coming up for builds on the channel. If you like knife making and shit like that. So got some new tools coming to the shop. Got a couple of project ideas that are going to be interesting. And I have a couple of things that I've finished up. I'll bring them out here in a second and let you guys see some of the knives we've been working on. I'm gonna test this out. I don't think I'm gonna have to drill another hole. I try not to. I really don't like the tang having a huge hole in it, or the handle material having a huge tang hole in it, because when you go in to shape it, you don't really want to have to worry about cutting into the cavity that you've drilled out. You want to be able to shape it without having a giant hole to have to work around. Anyways, what you guys been up to? Sit here and scrape chunks of this wood out. If you guys will have something interesting to talk about. Yeah, linseed oil. I use it on most of my handles. It's pretty good stuff. It's food safe is the most important thing about it to me. It's kind of messy stuff. Like if you get it on the blade, it can, once it dries, it's pretty difficult to get off, but it works for sure. And it's not hard to get a hold of, you know, if you have a custom knife or something like that and the maker has used linseed oil on it. They sell it at pretty much any hardware store. So the problem I'm experiencing here is the drill bit's not quite long enough. So I'm gonna see if I can bring it out a little bit more. If not, we're gonna improvise. This is kind of a weird time to do a live stream. I'm gonna be in the shop. I might as well say what's up, you know. I haven't been able to do any builds here recently because of the move and stuff like that. So, and it's been cold. It's been super cold. Still not quite to the bottom of it. This drill bit might not be long enough. All right, back to the drill press. So I got it. That should be good. Let's move our table. I'm gonna try to go just the inside of my lines because I'm most likely gonna shorten this tang. Maybe not. We'll see. Now, there we go. So, got the hole drilled a little bit deeper, so I'm going to broach it out a little bit more and see if we can get a little bit more of that tang in there. I don't really want to trim the tang very much. The tang is a little bit longer than I usually do one. It's not necessary to have a tang that's longer than the blade. So, have any questions or anything, or you want me to go away? When we get this a little bit closer, and I'll pull out. I got a knife that I finished the other day that's pretty cool. It's a San Mai, a kitchen knife. It's like 15 and 20 and 1084 for the core. It's pretty cool, interesting. We're in Sweden. Oh, I'm in Texas. I'm not. I don't have Swedish cold. Sweden cold. It is cold here, though. It's definitely colder here than it was in Florida, for sure. From what I've gathered, the summers are just as hot with less humidity, so that'll be awesome. I think what it is the hole tapers towards the bottom, and it's just not wide enough down there, so I'm going to start. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It felt the hole tapered that way for the tang, but then on the cross section it also kind of went to a point. So it wasn't a depth issue anymore. It was more or less a tapered hole. So, but I'm just using the tang to feel in there where it's catching up and kind of gauging the depth. Seeing where I need to remove a little bit of material from before I Still not getting the depth that I want. There's some really bored people out there in this world. Alright. So That's a little better. So I still got to put the spacers and stuff in there, but I definitely don't have the depth that I want. So it's looking like I need to take about a 1/2 inch off of the tang, which is still plenty of tang. It's not going to be a bad thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that's pretty snug. I'm gonna work on the spacers. These I've been kind of trying to figure out how I'm gonna do them neatly. Drilling holes and all this little tiny stuff. So, I wish I had like a punch or something, that would be perfect. But I don't. So, actually, I think I'm just gonna do that. Change of plans. Now it's stuck. I really need to fix my drill press handle. It takes too long to move up and down. So what I'm probably gonna do is do away with the extra spacers, so I don't see the point in shortening the handle to make it fit and then adding 5 spacers in there. I might just do the 2 blue on either side. I think that'll be okay. People in the comments are... See, excellent opportunity to use a knife that didn't make the cut. Stuff's hard. All right, new plan. So, Damascus. Spacer. Wood. paper micarta is like super hard. It's crazy, this paper. And it's like, it's harder than plastic. Anyway, hoodie. A friend of mine got it for me. I'm not really sure where from. Okay, so anyway, I got the Damascus guard. It's rough fit up. I'm gonna do blue paper micarta for a spacer, cedar, another blue paper micarta, and then the handle. Now, all this stuff has got gaps in it because it's just the rough fit up. This is just me kind of laying it out, but I think that's going to be a pretty cool color scheme. So yeah, I think that's going to be cool. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I've got some fit up issues and stuff right here on both sides of the blade. Easily fixable. I'm gonna get this stuff cleaned off nice and flat, get everything to fit up nice and tight. That should be about ready for the like the final fit up and stuff. The blade isn't heat treated or anything. It's just been roughly shaped and ground and cleaned up and stuff. So I just wanted to get this handle in order before I got too far ahead of myself. But yeah. Oh yeah, I love Guinness. Love it. So it's like a milkshake, man. Good here. Just kind of clean out a recess in this guard or this material here. Just want them to catch. Alright, anywho's, that's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all.